Hi you guys, this is Cooking with Amy, and tonight we are going to make our Sunday. I'm like trying to figure out what I'm saying. We're gonna make our summer dinner. Right, we have a lot of yummies that we're going to make, and I can't wait, you guys. Oh, this is gonna be such a good dinner. All right, so I need to grab our meat out of the fridge. All right, you guys, look at this. I am also going to preheat my oven real quick. We're going to put sorry, excuse me. All right, so what you want to do is you want to put your oven on broil. And look at this. This here is going to be our London broil. So I marinated it. The best thing if you are going to marinate is do it overnight. Now this is kind of last minute for a marinade. So it's been marinating for 2 hours. So yes, this is going to be delicious. It tastes even better, like I said, if you can marinate it overnight, that would be the best. That would be ideal. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of set those aside. We're gonna start prepping our other foods because this is basically going to be cooked on broil. All right, we are going to make asparagus, and we are going to also put some Brussels sprouts. So I have some Brussels sprouts that I need to use. So we're gonna kind of get those going so we can kind of get them in the oven. Actually, we're going to rechange my oven. We're gonna do it at 400. We're gonna preheat the oven at 400 because we need to cook our veggies first. All right, so let me grab a bowl. And what I like to do is I like to take my bowl and my veggies and put them in here instead of just putting on a baking sheet, which you can do too, but I don't know, I like to put the oils and whatever seasonings I'm gonna put on it all in one bowl. That way they can all kind of get really combined and mixed. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take this bowl and we're gonna go over to the sink and I'm going to wash these real quick. Now, I would have normally had these prepped ahead of time, but I wasn't really quite going to do these, and I thought, you know what, I need to cook them. So again, what I like to do, hold on guys. Okay, so usually what I do when I do these is I'll grab my knife, and I got these on, I mean, it's the only way I can find them. They were on a little stem, so they're pretty fresh. So we're just gonna cut them off. I have a straining bowl, just my little straining bowl, and I'm going to we're gonna cut them first. We're gonna cut the bottoms off, make sure there's no ickies on them, and then we're going to just put them in my bowl. Let me just go through real quick. You kind of put it down so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just cut these real quick without cutting myself. Cut these off real quick. And then, so what basically we're gonna make tonight is we're gonna make our London broil. We're going to make and then we're gonna make some potatoes. We're gonna make some fingerling potatoes. I'm gonna kind of do how my mom would do it sometimes for Sunday. So this meal is basically based off of, you know, how we kind of grew up on some of our Sunday dinners. So yeah, we're just gonna do a few of these, cut them off real quick, because like I said, we're gonna do asparagus with this too, and I'm just gonna bake them. I like mine baked. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can boil them in some water. I just think this just gives it a little bit more flavor and it's a little bit more delicious. Now, I wouldn't mind buying the Brussels sprouts this way and having to chop them off, but it is a little bit of work. I'd kind of rather just kind of buying them already chopped. But like I said, this is all I was able to find a while back, and now we're using them up. So I didn't really prepare too much tonight just because it was pretty simple and it would go by pretty fast. So there really wasn't much to prepare because if not, we would just be sitting here chit-chatting. Okay. We're almost done with these. Let's see if I can just kind of break them off a little bit faster, and then I can just cut them. I've never had to buy one of these before, so it's kind of cool to see what you can do. There we go. All right. So like I said, all I like to do is take these. I like to cut the ends off. I'll show you in a minute. Take this bowl out. This is going to be our bowl. Okay. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So all I do is I'm going to move you guys this way a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Now, I would have a little bit a lot more light, but our light burned out. All right, so what I do is we have these tips. I kind of take it out and then I get to peel them. Oops, don't want that in there, we want it in here. I just peel off the first layer until you get something that looks like that. And then we're gonna cut them up later, but let's just get these cleaned real quick. Get them peeled real quick, make them look pretty. And that way we can get them start baking. Man, today has been a crazy day. I had so much fun today. Actually, I've had fun a lot this weekend. Yesterday I went with some friends, and that's why we're doing our cooking show tonight. I went with, there's two of us, and a friend of mine brought his kids. We went out and we love doing photography, so we went and shot some photography. We went to a nature preserve and we did some little birds, and we found some mushrooms and took some pictures of some mushrooms. It was pretty fun. And then today I met up with a friend, and her and I went and threw some axes. So we went and did axe throwing. That was really fun. I kind of want to go again. Okay, like I said, we're just going to do these real quick, and then we'll kind of get going on the rest of our dinner. And like I said, my oven is preheating. It's preheating at 400 to cook these. It'll cook these pretty fast. And then we'll put our meat in, and it'll be on broil. It won't be like, you know, it'll be 5 minutes on one side and then just a couple minutes on the other side. Oh my goodness, you can hear my dog. He's trying to play with the cat. They've become really good friends. Okay. All right. Like I said, these are pretty easy to do once you kind of get them off. You just cut the bottoms off. I used to not like cutting these because I always thought they were just, you know, not my favorite thing in the world. But right now, they kind of are. Just look, they just come off real easy. Done. So when you cut the ends like that, it just peels real easy. I'll get these done in no time. We'll be eating in just a moment. We're almost done. Got a good bowl of those going. All right, I think we're gonna do one more because, like I said, we're also doing asparagus. So that side off. Okay. Now let's go over here and get the other stuff going as well. Like I said, this was really last minute, kind of adding those on. So the other thing I said, like that we have our asparagus. So what I usually like to do with my asparagus is I'm going to take one of them. I'm just going to take the rubber band off of one side. I'm going to take one of these out. And kind of like where it's going to snap, like right there. where it snaps real easy. And that's where I'm gonna kind of line this back up with the rest of them, where it's cut. Let me grab my, oops, it's an upside down asparagus. Almost lost some goodies there. And I grab my big knife, and where this one was cut at, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing, sorry. Right, so with this asparagus, like I said, we're gonna kind of line it up with the others. That's where it broke off, and that's where we're just gonna cut the rest. Now, if you want, you can always save these ends, and you can freeze them, and you can make your own vegetable stock if you want to. All right, you are gonna break your bowl. Hold on, you guys. Shame on you. Go. Shame on you. Be nice. All right, hold on, guys. So that was my dog flipping his bowl over, and it's going to break if he flips it over again, huh? Yes. Go on, eat. He's such a picky boy, I swear. All right, so we have our asparagus then. We're gonna take some of these Brussels sprouts out, and we're just gonna cut them in half. We're just gonna leave them big. Because like I said, it's not gonna take that long to cook these. So let's dump the extra water out because we don't need that. All right. So we got our asparagus in there. We're gonna just take these Brussels sprouts, and like I said, we're just gonna cut them in half. We're just, you know, like I said, it was the last minute to cook these up. Hi, Kathy, how are you? How are you guys doing? Did they lift your band and where you guys are at? So, like I said, we're just gonna cut these in half, put them in here. Now you can cut them in half and then cut them in half again if you want to, like this. And you can have, you know, quarters. Tonight we're just doing them in halves because we still gotta get some other stuff cooking too. Okay. Matter of fact, we might do that before we start seasoning these because we want to get those going. I'm gonna at least get the burner going. Okay, we are almost done with these, and then we'll get our potatoes going. So now the potatoes that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do little red potatoes. Well, actually, I have some fingerling potatoes, so we might do those in there as well. Okay. Now, let's grab we're gonna grab our pot. Oh my goodness. That's gotta be really, really hard to, you know, be on a lockdown like that. So if you guys are watching, we have our friend Kathy. She lives in Wales, England, and they've been on lockdown for quite some time. So, all right, these are my little red potatoes. We're going to wash these real quick. We're just gonna throw them in the bowl and just kind of take them over there and wash them. So we're gonna do, no, we said we're gonna do our fingerlings today. That's right, hold on. There's tons of these, so we'll do these instead. Losing my brain today. Just want to get this open. Okay, so I'm going to go through, make sure these are fine. Look at those, aren't they? Oops, catch. All right, we're just going to throw those in there. Those are so stinking cute. These little purple ones. I'm kind of checking them as I go. Some of them aren't. The purple ones don't last as long. And so they look, to me, they look a little funky. So I just wanted to cut. Look, that one's not purple inside. That's weird. It's a purple, it's a purple one in disguise. Let's see if that one's purple inside. See, that one's a little bit more purple. Now, when I usually get these, I always make sure I double check them, and that's why we're kind of going through each one. Now see, now that looks like a finger. I always go through and check them just because sometimes, like I said, if you do get some, they're not all that great, and I like to kind of go through. Now I do like having red ones, and it looks like they've only got 2, so I am gonna take a couple of these, and we're gonna cut them up, put them in here as well. It's okay what we're gonna do with them tonight, so it's all good. All right, give me 1 second, the dog wants out. Get these out of the way. Let me go wash these real quick and fill our pot up with some water. Okay, all right. Now, what I'm going to do is, with these big ones, I am gonna cut them in half, and then I'm gonna cut them in half again, because they are a little bit thicker, and I want them to cook with the other ones. Now, the other ones are smaller, so we just kind of want to make those the same size, so they all kind of cook together at the same time. I cut that one a little weird. All right, one more, and we'll be able to put these on the stove and get them cooking. Now, what I do with these is I do put some salt in them. You do want to salt the water because it's going to help give it some flavor while you're cooking it. All right, so we just put some salt in there. We're going to put this on the stove so it can start getting warm. Okay. All right, now on to the next fun part that we're going to do. So with our veggies, this is what I like to do with them. So I will take a little bit of salt, sprinkle some salt on them. So I did have, oh, they're right over here. Okay, so I was trying to see where my garlic was. All right, then I like to do is put, whoops, that's enough pepper. That one came out a lot faster than I expected it to. All right, and then I like to take some garlic and put some garlic on there. Now I'll just do either fresh garlic. Tonight we're kind of doing a little bit lazy, but we're just gonna go ahead and just put some garlic powder on here. And that's all I put. And then what I like to do is I like to take olive oil. I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of it on there, and then I'm going to mix all that in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a dish, and I'm just gonna line it with parchment paper. All I'm gonna do, parchment paper on the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is after I mix all of this in together, then we can take it and we can stick it in the oven and let it cook. Now, like I said, sometimes when I do this, I do like to just get regular garlic and just mince it up and put it on here, and that's really good too. But like I said, we're just kind of making it really simple tonight. And then all you're gonna do is take your pan and just put everything in. You can use a cookie sheet if you want to. But I'm just kind of using, I'm just using a regular pan tonight. And then also we're gonna make our own homemade dressing for our salad tonight too. The salad's gonna be really simple. So sometimes I like to spread these out and have my asparagus on one side and then my Brussels sprouts on the other, but really it doesn't matter. You can just kind of have it wherever. Okay. I like to kind of put my asparagus down, or not my asparagus, sorry, my Brussels sprouts, have them all facing down, and that way they get nice and crispy on the bottom. It's my favorite part. All right, and then the asparagus is gonna be on the other side. Let me wash my hands again. Okay. All right, let's get these in the oven, and we'll move on to other stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna tell you what I did is to make this marinade. So what I did with the marinade, like I said, it was just a simple steak, and I'm trying to marinate as much as I can because once we're done, we take it out, we're gonna put it in the oven and we're gonna cook it. So like I said, if you want to do this, make it ahead of time, you can. Again, I will always put the recipe on this one. This was a last minute marinade that I was going to make. So yes, so it's been soaking for about 2.5 hours. So if you make a marinade, you want to let it soak either overnight. I'm gonna say overnight, just because it's really gonna give those flavors and it's gonna soak up those flavors in your meat, and that's what you want. Now, my roommate and I have kind of played with marinades, and we've done ones that we've soaked it overnight compared to like doing like just for a couple hours, or if we made it at lunchtime and then had it for dinner later on. I really like it that when it sits overnight, it really seasons your meat really good. So yeah, that's my thought on it. But like I said, today it was just like one of those last minutes, okay, let's just marinate it instead of just putting salt and pepper and garlic on it and putting it in the oven. So what I put in it is I put, I have to think of what I put. I put olive oil, I put amino acids instead of soy sauce. You can put soy sauce, but I kind of like the amino acids. It's like an alternative to it. And then I also like putting, let's see what else. Worcestershire sauce was in here. And then I took just one big, huge garlic. Now, if you have the little ones, the garlics, they're clove garlics, I would probably do a couple of them. But I had one big, huge one. And since it's just a marinade, that's all I needed. It was enough. That, and then I put some Italian seasoning in here, and a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I think that's it. And I think, did I say olive oil? I put olive oil in here as well. Now you can take some lemon and put it in here if you want, but I didn't really want to put any lemon in here. I really wanted, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to make it my own. And so that's what I was kind of doing tonight. I was making my own. Sorry, it just seemed like a little dark over there. All right, so then what we're gonna do is we're also gonna make a salad. So we're gonna make a very simple salad. Yeah, and we're gonna make our own homemade sauce for that, or dressing for that, like I said earlier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock you guys out of the way. So what I'm gonna do is, let me grab, my board's a little wet, so we're just gonna clean it off a little bit. All right. I have an onion, which we need to use that. And what I do is, if they've been sitting there, I like to cut that first layer off. I don't need that layer. Just kind of cut it really thin. Okay. We're gonna let our dog in real quick too, so hold on, sorry. All right, come on. Okay, back to cutting. So, trying to get all of those little ends off here. Now with the onion, I am putting the onion on the side just because people that I have over here tonight that are having dinner, one of them doesn't like onion, so we're just kind of putting it off to the side. So all I want to do is cut it really thin, like so, and then all I'm going to do is just cut it in half. And I'm just gonna place them in our little container. So I'm gonna do it with just 2 little slices. It doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be big or anything like that, just a couple little slices. Now if you want, you can cut them up into smaller slices. It's totally up to you. All right, to me, that's good enough. Like I said, there's only a couple of us here tonight. All right, so I had made a balsamic before, a balsamic dressing. It's a mustard one, and I just kind of messed with it, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. I have some Dijon mustard. I'm gonna take that. Now I don't have any regular balsamic. Well, actually, I do. It's a little bit more thicker. Excuse me and pardon me, sorry. I would say if you have any Grey Poupon, but you know, that's kind of corny. All right, so we've got our Dijon mustard, a little bit of everywhere on here. Yum. I think I even got some on me. I did. How rude. Or like just like spreading it everywhere. My goodness. This is why I need to wear my apron. Okay. So I got some more amino acids. Now this is, if you don't know what amino acids is, I like doing amino acids compared to soy sauce. I really like the flavors. Now I usually get the one from Trader Joe and it's a coconut one, but they were out of it tonight. And then when I went to Whole Foods, this is what they had. They did have coconut ones too, but I thought, you know what, let's just get a big one since I've been kind of using a little bit more than usual lately. So in here, I do have the coconut one. I had enough left over from my Trader Joe's amino acids, coconut amino acids. All right, so we're just gonna put just a smidge of that in there. And now when I do this, I do taste and add what I want. This is not the fake stuff tonight. This is the good stuff. All right. Oh, well, no, we won't. Never mind. I was trying to see if I can find my little mixer. All right. I have to see if I can because that's a little too big. So those are cleaning. All right, got my little mixer. And then the other thing that I want to grab is Worcestershire sauce. Or not, yes. Okay, so I am gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on here too. Maybe. But my hands are way too wet. Okay. Just a couple little drops of that one in there. And then we're gonna take some balsamic, put a good little squeeze of that in there. Hold on. Yes, so I wanna use this one here. This is an olive oil that I got from Trader Joe's. It's a Sicilian kind of one. So, and this is kind of good for dressings. So we're gonna add some of that in there. And then we're just gonna mix it up, and I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. So we're making like a honey Dijon salad dressing. All right, we want to do a pinch of salt, maybe 2 pinches, like a pinch and a half maybe. Look at that. All right, let's taste it. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Wrong one. Fine. Actually, that makes it better. little bit more of that in there. And this one here is just balsamic glaze. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to get the color that I want. Let's taste it. Yes, definitely the flavoring that I am looking for. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more salt. Maybe we should add a little bit more. I'm trying to think as I do this. Like I said, last time I made this, I loved it. And I wish I wrote down what I put in here, because I don't remember. I was just messing around. But I know it's a concoction of this kind of stuff. Maybe we need to add some mayo. I think we have some mayo in here too. I'm not sure. We'll find out in just a minute. Whoops. It's good, but it's still missing something. You know what I think we added? I think we added tahini to it, so I think we're gonna add that. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. It's been a while since I've used it, so kind of settled. All right, let's get some of that in there. All right, let's see how that goes. Ooh, looks so yummy. I can hear my water boiling over there. All right. Let's get some of this going. I know you guys, I'm sorry I'm not so talkative. I think my brain is trying to work to figure out what I put in here last time. We might have to get a little bit more mustard out of this guy. See if I can squeeze some more out of there. Okay, I think that will work. If not, I have more in there. Ooh, this is looking delicious. And that's the fun thing, is like when you have something, you can always play with it. Like next time I'll definitely write down, you know, what I did. But I think this is like before I even started doing this, and I wasn't really writing everything down. Yeah. Wow. Way much better. I do want a little bit more of this. I think I put like too much olive oil in it. I think I kind of want a little bit less of that next time. Ooh, you know what? I think we need, all right, we're gonna have to go to the garage real quick because I think I know what it is that we're missing, and it's gonna be perfect for this. We need a lemon. Oh, yes. So I have to grab a lemon. Sorry, we are out in the garage. All right, we're just gonna grab a little one. And so these lemons are from my tree. I planted a little lemon tree in my backyard in a pot, so I can have fresh lemons, just so we can do stuff like this. And this is the last ones I picked from it. They've been doing great and keeping fresh in there. All right. See, and that's the nice thing too, is like, you know what, you can sit there and if you have something, experiment with it. And that's what we're doing tonight, is we're kind of experimenting. Oops, as I drop my lemon. And you can add stuff like this here. the first time I made this, it was like I said, by mistake. It was like I was wanting some like a honey Dijon, balsamic, kind of whatever. And I played with it and I made something that was really delicious. I'm trying to recreate that. Like I said, I should have, you know what? I think that's what it needed. That is perfect. All right, we're not gonna play with that anymore. All right, we're good. All right. We're gonna kind of put our salad together. Actually, we're gonna check on our goodies. I feel like I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's clean up some of this just as real quick. Potatoes are going. Our asparagus and our Brussels sprouts are looking good. Let's get you guys turned around so you can check it out. Look at that. See how they're starting to get all nice and crispy? All right. We'll keep them there a little bit longer. Look, our potatoes are boiling. You're welcome. I just gave you the facial. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is, I was just like a real quick thing. We were gonna add, like I said, just kind of throw a salad together. And this is really, really simple. Again, this is Sunday night. You can make the simplest foods, throw something together, and guess what? There's a great, wonderful little meal for your family. Right, so we're gonna take some lettuce. I just grabbed a bag of my little mixed greens. This one is it's a baby lettuce mix. I like little small kind of greens and stuff like that. We're gonna put that in there. What I like to do is put just a little bit of salt on them. That's it. And then the other thing that we're gonna do, and all we're gonna add to it, is like I said, I'm not gonna add any onions because the other person here doesn't like onions, so we're not going to. I'm just gonna take a little bit of almonds that are sliced, put them in here and sprinkle them. And those are just raw, like almonds. I'm gonna mix it up, kind of get all of that mixed together. Now, if you want more stuff in it, you can put more stuff in it. Like I said, I'm just making it simple. You can take some tomatoes and put them in here. I don't have tomatoes because, well, I really don't do tomatoes. So, but you can do that, and then when we're ready, we'll put some of the salad dressing on top, or we'll just put it on the side, and people can add it as much as they want. And then look, there's your salad. Your salad is done. Going to add one more thing. Right, I am actually going to add to our salad. We're going to add some blueberries, just a couple of them. Nothing major, just a couple blueberries. Just a little bit of something in there. Okay. All right. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Now, too, if you want to do this, you can do some rolls. We're not doing rolls because, I don't know, I just try to stay away from the bread. Okay, let's check on the potatoes, see how those are doing. Okay, so since we are waiting for those to finish, I do need my chopping board. Okay, so and what we're gonna do for the potatoes, we're going to need some parsley. So I got my nifty little jar of parsley. bring those stems out, and then just like take a nice little chunk off. That's all you're gonna need. You're not gonna need a whole lot of it. Like what I like to do, bring it down a little bit. I like to like kind of roll it up like a little cigar, and then just chop. And just give it a really good chop. Like I said, these are gonna be for our potatoes. You're gonna love what I'm gonna do for our potatoes. This is the best cilantro, or not cilantro, this is the best parsley I've like smelled in a long time. Like, it's really potent. I love it. This is good parsley. This is really, really good parsley. I call it high grade or high quality parsley. If you can smell it, it's high quality. All right. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I am gonna slice up a little bit of garlic. We're gonna do some garlic too. We're gonna make some fancy. Let me see if I can get these in here real quick. We're gonna make some fancy potatoes tonight. And I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make fancy potatoes. All right. Now you can leave that there too. All right, so we're just gonna take a clove of garlic and I'm just gonna cut off the ends, get that out of the way, and then give it a good little whack. We're gonna flip it around and go back. All right, see how easy that peels? It's like the easiest thing. Now, what I am gonna do again, after I get all of that stuff off of it, is what I wanna do, can you guys see what I'm doing here? Okay, is I'm gonna mush it up just a little bit. And then all I'm gonna do is chop this baby up. And then I'm just gonna mince it up basically. Now, if you want to not mince it up this way, you can get yourself, which I think these are one of the greatest things too, and I love them, is we have, let me see if I can find it. Now, we have this from Pampered Chef. I love this thing. You just take it, put as many cloves of garlic as you can put in there, put that on it, squish it, you are good to go. I love it. It's a great little mincer. But I kind of want, I like chopping. It kind of reminds me of my childhood and watching all the great little chefs. I made a huge mess with the cilantro. Hold on. Oh, I don't know why I keep calling it cilantro, it's parsley. Let's get that out of the way and put this under here, just because it keeps bopping everywhere when we're chopping. All right, now here we go. It's a little bit more quiet. I don't know, I feel like I need to be quiet tonight. It's Sunday, tomorrow is a holiday. I'm looking forward to like sleeping in. Now, normally I would sleep in on the weekends, but not this week. I was up early. I was up early Saturday. I was up early yesterday, or no, today. Yesterday was Saturday. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm kind of looking into sleeping in a bit. Hopefully my dog will sleep in too. Okay, now this one I just want minced up really good. We're gonna put these in the potatoes too. We're gonna put some garlic in with them. Okay, now we're gonna start getting our steak ready. We're gonna get that ready and prepared. Let's get a pan real quick. actually what we're gonna do is I think our Brussels sprouts and asparagus are done. Yep, they are. Look at that. Oh my goodness, all of that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right. We are gonna put that aside. Yum. Oh my goodness, I just got like a heat bath on my face. All right. So I am going to line this pan as well. And what I do is I have these that are already like, you know, preset, whatever. So what I like to do to save on them is I will just rip one in half. Save the other one for later. Because all I need is half of this for this one. Because it's not that big of a pan. So anyways, let's go over here so you can see what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna set this aside because we are going to be waiting for our potatoes for that loveliness. Okay. All right, so we've got our pan and we're ready to put our meat in it. I know I just saw them. All right, we're gonna grab our tongs. We're gonna grab our meat. Again, this is a London broil. Ooh, that smells so delicious in there. Look at all of that goodness. Oh. We've got some garlic still on there. Oh, yes. All of that goodiness. I'm going to center this a little bit more on there. But let me show you what this looks like before we cook it. Oh, let's change our oven real quick. We want to do broil. All right, so we're going to kind of preheat our oven. We're going to, let me check this out. Look at that. Look how yummy that looks. Look at that garlic, the Italian seasoning on there. That steak looks delicious. Doesn't it look delicious before we even cook it? All right, we're gonna let the oven kind of finish warming up while we change to broil. Then we're gonna check on our potatoes. I'm gonna show you those babies. Look at those, do a quick little facial. See, those are pretty much, those are done. Pretty much done. Look at that. Yep, they're falling apart. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, stick our meat in the oven real quick because dinner is just about ready. All right, so we're gonna set the timer for 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna do 5 minutes on one side, and then we're gonna flip it and do like 2 to 3 minutes on the other side, and then it should be done. All right. We are going to turn our water off for our potatoes. Right, and what we're going to do with our potatoes is we're going to drain the water out of it. So hold on here. Right, then what we're going to do is we're going to bring you over here, and I'm going to try and show you, make some room so you can see what I'm doing, is with our pan, look at all that steam coming out of it. These are all of our potatoes in there. What I like to do is I am going to make it steam like crazy. All right, I like to take some butter. I do like a lot of butter with mine. I'm gonna put the butter in there. I put like I know that's probably like maybe a couple tablespoons. So I want to get all of that combined together. I want them to melt together. So I'm gonna take my salt. I'm gonna do just a couple pinches. I'm running low on this one. So that was more than a couple, it was really a couple pinches, but a little bit more. All right. Then what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add all of that yummy parsley in there. And then I'm gonna add some of this garlic in there as well. Get that garlic in there. Get all of the garlic. Okay. And then it's just going to marinate and melt together. And that's what we want. Put the lid on it, leave it alone for a minute, let them have a conversation, let them just mingle. All right, let's clean up this mess real quick so we can get our steak out and we'll be able to ready to let that baby rest. All right. You guys are just gonna clean up with me real quick. It'd be nice to have like one of those little things that you don't do it live. You can come back. I've already cleaned up my mess. That would be kind of cool. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys like watching me clean up or not. I kind of noticed that they have these things that you can watch someone clean all day. How fun that would be. I mean, I sat there one night, I'm like, I couldn't sleep, and I was watching this lady clean. She painted, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can seriously do that, watch someone all day. I mean, I can do it all day. I can do the cleaning and whatever else, and if you guys want to watch me, hey. I think I'd rather do something a little bit more fun, though. All right. Whoops, I just made a mess. That cleaned up real quick. All right. Alrighty. I am gonna grab a plate. Since we're waiting and we want to kind of get that going, we're going to plate. I'm going to show you something beautiful. But before we do, we're going to check our meat and see how it's doing. Ooh, that burnt my eyes. Hold on. All that smoke just came right into my eyes. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Ouch. Alright, maybe that pan does not do well on broil. Alright, hold on. Whew. Where is my... I'm dropping everything. Hold on. Sorry. It's smoking so bad, we set off the alarms.
Goodness, girl, give me a towel.
I know, sorry.
Oh, girl, what are you burning?
Parchment paper. Sorry, guys. Hold on. All right. We're going to flip it. All right. So I took the parchment paper off. All right. Oops.
Okay, Lars. You're okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
I do.
All right. So let me show you what I just did. So the parchment paper wasn't doing too well. Wasn't doing too well underneath that high heat. So I removed the parchment paper and I put the steak back in the plate. And we set off the alarms. Yep, that's how we do it in this house. That's how we roll.
I waved a towel.
Yep.
You're all good now.
We waved a towel. All right. Back to plating the plate. All right. So then what I did is I took the meat and I put it back in the broil and I put it for another 2 minutes. So hopefully it'll be done. All right. And then we'll have to let it rest for a couple minutes. All right. So you guys can't see what I'm doing, so let me show you. Let me adjust you. All right. So what I am doing is I am taking our asparagus and I'm going to put our Brussels sprouts. Look at that. Look how yummy that looks. So nice and crispy on both sides. Oh, that's the way I like them. That song just popped in my head. That's the way I like it. No, don't make me sing. I can't sing. Okay. Let's get these on here. And then we're going to check on our potatoes. Guys, Sunday dinner is almost done. Let's check on it. Let's see how we're doing. Let's check on it real quick. It's broken down. That's all right though. Let's not do that again. It's gonna go off again. Maybe. Look at that. I know, sorry. Hey, I'm cooking.
What are you burning?
I'm not burning anything. Well, I took the paper off, so it's probably not burning now. All right, we're gonna do the timer for 1 more minute. Are you doing burn nothing? No. I'm professional here. Okay, all right, let's look at our potatoes. Look at those potatoes. Yum. All right, the butter is melted. Let me flip you guys around. And there's a spoon. Now we're just gonna cover these babies up. Yes. Oh, these look so yummy, guys. Here, let me show you. Now that I've got them all. Look at that, doesn't that look great? Doesn't that look yummy? All right. We are gonna put these on a plate real quick too. I was gonna say our meat should be almost done. Hold on. We are going to check the inside of this baby and see where it's at. It should be at like 135. so it's gonna go up. Let me show you. See right there, it says 124. That's where we want it at. So we took it out just in time. Because now when it's done resting, it's gonna go up a little bit and it's gonna finish cooking on the inside. See, now it's at 125. So that's where we wanted to stop at. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna let that sit and rest for a few minutes, and I'm gonna finish plating up this plate. So we're gonna take some of those potatoes and put them on here, and we're gonna be almost ready for dinner. So we're gonna put our potatoes on here. Our little fingerling potatoes. Oh my goodness, this looks delicious, you guys. Got some of that garlic in there, the butter, the parsley. Oh. We have enough room to stick our meat on here too. Right, I think that's good. All right, that's good. Right, let's put the timer on for... We're gonna put the timer on for 3 minutes. Now, I think we are pretty much done. We have got our salad, and I'm gonna show you what we have here in a minute. I'm gonna show you what our dinner is going to look like. This is how our dinner is going to look like. Look, we've got that yumminess. We've got our beautiful salad, that we have our blueberries. Look at that, we've got blueberries. We've got some almonds mixed in there. Look at that, our almonds, our blueberries. We have red onions to go on it. We have a yummy balsamic to go on it. We've got our yummy asparagus, Brussels sprouts. We've got our veggies. And then we've got this beauty resting right over here. And look, the temperature went up. It was at 127, so it's resting. So it's up, just jumped down to 126. But again, we got just a couple more minutes and then dinner will be ready. I can't wait to see, because it's following the instructions on how to cook it. It said 5 minutes on one side and then like 2 to 3 minutes on the other side on when you do broil. And that's what I did. So we've got like a minute and 30 seconds for it to finish resting. I'm an impatient person, especially when it comes to meat and seeing what it looks like on the inside. I usually am not pretty good at getting it the way it's supposed to be. Been a little bit better lately, but yeah, I can't wait. Yes, cleaning is part of cooking, absolutely. I really like a clean kitchen while I cook, so sometimes I kind of get lost when I really make a huge mess. It bugs me. But yeah, you guys, this is Sunday dinner. How beautiful is this? Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited this is Sunday's dinner. I'm excited to try it. All right, we got less than a minute. We've got like 40 seconds. And then we get to carve into it and see what it looks like. What? All right, let's get that probe out of there. Oh, you shush. All right. This poor pan has taken a beating. I've used this thing forever. And yeah, it looks like a war zone happened in it. Oh my goodness, yum. You guys ready to see this? You guys want to see what this looks like on the inside? I'm kind of scared. I'm hoping it's beautiful. I'm hoping it's beautiful on the inside. All right. Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? All right. Let's cross our toes, cross our fingers. it's perfect. It's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that is some gorgeous meat. Look at that. It's done just perfect. So let's cut the end piece off here. Okay, you know me. We're gonna have to try it. We're gonna have to try and see how it tastes. That marinade is really good. All right, you guys. You guys are gonna have to try this. This is a very good, yummy, healthy meal. We are going to have to sign out because I know my phone's gonna die, but this is delicious, you guys. So this, between the potatoes, let me just show you guys. We got our yummy little dinner, our salad dressing, our onions for our salad, and our yummy London broil. Yum! All right, you guys, that's it. That's Cooking with Amy. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your 3-day weekend if you get one. If not, it's okay. We're still out there with you. All right, you guys, have a great day. Thank you for watching Cooking with Amy, and we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you Wednesday, and I'll figure out what we're going to do. All right, love you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.